Hi, this is MJ from Lioness Publications, and welcome to Trump's Daily Dose. And this is for September 16th, 2025, which is Tuesday. Now, I believe Tuesday, Trump will be leaving the United States to go over to the UK, where he will be for approximately two and a half days. So he's going to fly over sometime tomorrow, get there, I think, later in the day, and then fly back sometime on Thursday. Now, let's take a look at the angles that he has and see if we can determine how he's going to be tomorrow. So this is for tomorrow. So let's take a look at what he has. He's got Moon that is in conjunct Moon. This is a little tough one to start off the day. And typically he might want to step back a little bit. He's going to have some mood swings, irritable, confusion. Anything people say to him might be taken as being abrasive. So he's not going to be, even if you're saying something that's not abrasive, he may just be taking it that way. So he's going to start off the day pretty much that way. Now, next we move on to have the Moon in opposition to Fate. So in this case, he's going to feel he's out of sync. And it could be because he's traveling and everyone sort of knows he doesn't like to stay away from his home. And he's going to be staying in the UK, I think, 2 overnights. So the events are just going to be emotionally unsettling, and that's starting to show up in his demeanor. The next thing we have is Moon conjuncting Saturn. What's Saturn? Rules, regulations, procedures, and in effect, sort of restraining him. So we're going to have a spotlight on the fact that he may not have some emotional maturity here. He may be complaining and whining. I don't think we've had too much whining lately, so that might be coming back with this. But, he's going to feel lonely. He's going to feel a little bit isolated. And especially since he's sort of expected to sort of hold it together. So there are expectations here. And some of that is why this is sort of like he doesn't like that. He likes to just be himself. Next thing we have, which is actually very nice, is Moon is conjuncting Venus. So this is actually something that will make him more social, friendly, gracious, and it's going to soften the perception that people have of him. He's going to have some grace. He can be really charming. And nice thing about this, it's ideal when you have to spend time talking to people or negotiating things. So if this is later in the day when he gets over to UK, maybe he's going to be in a good mood and actually be able to, be charming. Now, let's take a look at the next one, and that's Moon in conjunct the Pot of Fortune. So this is sort of signaling that there's just tension. He's just sort of out of step with his role that he needs to be in public. And he's going to seem forced. So he's not going to feel comfortable. It's just not his element. And again, it could be that he's staying there overnight and not in one of his locations, one of his golf places. It could be the expectations of him to act in a certain way, the etiquette. Now, let's take a look at the major angles. Those are the minor angles, and the Moon tends to be a few hours. So it's not going to be all day for these, but it's going to show up at certain parts. These other angles are typically the other planets, and they tend to stay maybe at least a day, maybe more than that. So we've got Sun trining mid, which is a really good angle. It means he's got a spotlight on him. And, he loves to have the spotlight. He's going to feel empowered. He's going to feel energized. He's going to have confidence. And there's a good potential here for him to advance what he wants, his goals. And that's important. Now, he also had Venus conjunct Mars, which is another really nice angle. So charisma. This is the Venus and conjuncting Mars to get what he wants. So he can put on a good show. He can be assertive, but he can be really charming. He can be persuasive, and he can be bold in being persuasive. So that's good. But then what we have is Mars with a square to Venus is coming back. It's doing a retrograde motion. So it actually, rather than sort of slipping away and fading, it's now back. What does that mean? At the best, it means he's going to have some public charm, but in private, he's going to be really frustrated. Typically, he's going to be very impulsive. He's going to be doing things without thinking. Diplomatic stuff, it's just going to be very strange for him. He's not going to feel, he's going to be, it's Mars on Venus, so he's really being assertive and trying to, get people to go his way. And people are not going to like that. So it's a conflict in negotiations. He's going to get frustrated because of that. So all in all, I don't think it's not going to be a great day. He's got some good times during the day that could work well, especially when he's getting over to the UK and maybe the initial greetings. He's got a chance to make some, progress and talk. But he's got some things where if he can't, sort of hold it together, he's going to be pretty frustrated. I hope you enjoyed this and have a great day. Bye now.